Hello YouTube, this is Universe Bear here from the Wagatorium. I hope you're having a wagtastic day, and I got another battle replay for you guys. So today I'm bringing my Greenskins against Denario's Dwarves. I did a battle pretty recently where I brought 3 Doom Divers against the Dwarves, and they did really well. Usually I do just bring a front line of boys, and I brought a little bit of a front line here, but I did also bring some black works and the crimson killas over here. So I had to cut back a little bit to pay for those guys. So I only brought 2 Doom Diver catapults. I figured that still gives me great artillery presence, lets me counter artillery and maybe even force the dwarves up if they didn't bring too much artillery themselves. You know what, let's just get into the comps here. So as I said, Doom Divers, Crimson Killers, some Black Orcs hiding over here in the forest, being all sneaky likes. They're probably not too happy about that, but they will get to do some crumping later. Got some Orc Boys and 8 Peak Loonies, the Warlords Boys, and just some Goblins as filler. 2 Goblin Archers just to protect against, again, Gyrocopters. They want to come in and take care of my artillery. These guys I'll tend to chase them off. 2 Goblin Big Bosses. Wurzag just hiding here in case they're more forward deployed and they could snipe them out with cannons or something. Over here I got the Squig Hoppers hiding in the bushes, planning to come down here and wreck their back line. As for my opponent, Denario, he's got a nice front line of Miners with Blasting Charges. He's got 5 of them, quite a few, so against a nice line that's exactly like the one I have, they should do pretty well with their Blasting Charges before any engagement. You can see back here he's got some long beards, he's got some hammerers. I guess as kind of a second line here. Not too much onion action going on for this guy. Just a big thick line of miners with blasting charges and a couple of more elite units in the back. He does have quite a range contingent. He has 3 grudge throwers, so kind of using my old tactic against me, bringing 3 rock lavas. And then he's also got 3 Quailers with great weapons, and then some Giant Slayers. So they all got great weapons. Got hammers for some AP. So he does have some ways to deal with Black Orcs and the Crimson Killas, especially with the Grudge Throwers as well. He did bring Thorgrim, a Grudge Bearer, and a Rune Smith with 3 meaty runes that people like to bring. Plus 30 armor, the one that does damage, and the damage resistance buff, plus the Groth One Eye, which is plus 8 leadership. I guess dwarves don't usually need too much leadership, but hey, why not throw in all that leadership? So let's get this thing underway. It's going to be a bit of an arty battle to start out. I can see my opponent's really far in this corner, although not far enough that I would call it corner capping. So, can't get mad at him. That's still ways to get in for sure. And he is kind of downhill, so I think that's going to work to my advantage a little bit. Again, the Grudge Throwers do have better range, so while I bring up my Doom Divers to attack, they're probably going to get the first shot off against these guys. Maybe we'll just, speed it up a little bit here, just a little bit of posturing. Ideally, I'd like him to come forward, but I see his Grudge Throwers. I know that's probably not going to happen. I did want to see how good these guys are at counter artillery and see if we could actually beat 3 Grudge Throwers. Grudge Throwers kind of inaccurate. They're more infantry based, try to take out infantry. So I want to see if we could outduel them with 2 of them. It's a little bit of a test for me. So let's see how it goes. Coming in pretty accurate, doing some good damage, taking out some models. You can see because the Grudge Throwers did get the first attack that they did hurt the morale of my Doom Diver catapult quite a bit. And it seems like we're getting some good shots, but not a lot of damage right now. They're getting more damage for sure. Gonna bring in Wurzag with the leadership buff just to keep these guys going, because they will run away pretty easily, I find. What I'd really like is with the accuracy of the Doom Divers to be able to hit these Grudge Throwers, the actual machines, and break them. That's what I'm really hoping for here. Doesn't seem to be happening, although I do know they break a couple later on. This initial skirmish definitely favoring the doors. So I'm going to push forward here as soon as this Doom Diver decides to run. I know this test isn't working out for me. I also know that he's probably going to be focusing these Doom Divers. Pretty safe to advance here. While he's focusing the Doom Diver, these guys can get pretty close. But he did switch to these guys right away, so I'm not sure if that's a good call or not. Because the Doom Divers will get a lot of work done if you don't get rid of them. And these are just orc boys; they don't cost too much. I'm gonna bring in my my faster Goblin Big Boss here. What I really want to do is waste his blasting charges, if he has them on auto shoot, whatever you call that. He is moving them now, so it's not going to work out. But I'm going to just keep him in the front line. If I can waste a bunch of charges on this one Goblin Big Boss, that's going to bring a lot of value, especially with his heavy miner build here. And just kind of bringing everything forward. I brought the Doom Divers back, and now that the Grudge Throwers aren't focusing on them, they'll do good work. You can see we did get rid of one machine here. So that was pretty good, and we're going to get rid of the second one before the game's over. But then there it goes, bam! Right when I was talking about it. Then I'm going to switch to other targets like the hammers, and especially their backline range that I want to get rid of. I'm going to cough now. Sorry, I just got something in my throat. You can see I split off my troops here. I don't want to get the blasting charge to the face. That's really going to hurt me, so I'm going to bring it on the sides. I had my wolf running around, which kind of forced him to take off the auto target on these miners with blasting charges, so now he's got to do it manually, which is going to let me get in here with quite a few of my troops before he can get much off. These boys in the middle are going to get kind of wrecked, but you know, one squad getting wrecked by blasting charges with 5 miners blasting charges, pretty good trade. I think so. We're going to get a little bit of surround on these longbeards. The 8 Peekalinis, the warlords boys. I'm going to bring down the armor there to help out a little bit. And I'm also going to pop, here we go, and Fist of Orc. Wow, just going nuts over here. We should do some pretty good damage against these troops for sure. You can see the back line, I'm getting in there, getting into that cookie jar while he tries to block me with the Giant Slayers. They're just a little bit too slow. I am going to get on these spoilers, but the Giant Slayers will catch up once they stop. I brought out my secret ambush here. But his Grudge Throwers are really on these Black Orcs, which I guess is better than if they're on the Crimson Killers. These guys tried to get away, and I did effigy of to get them, because I want to make sure I can get them with the Crimson Killers, because they will just slaughter these guys. They're going to proceed to do so. Front line, kind of going not one way or the other, just a big stalemate right now, I would say. Getting Wurzag out of the range of the Runesmith a little bit because he's taking some damage, and I really don't want to lose my my general here. You can see Thorgrim's, you know, he's doing good work against these little gobos. They're trying their hearts out, but I don't think they're going to be able to save the day. Big foot of Gork there on the miners, maybe a little bit of waste, but I think I also just want to proc that Bonewood Staff. So I'm okay with it. See, the Crimson Killers have won their fight pretty handily. They're going to come in here and start supporting the midline. Did finally get these Black Orcs onto something, or the Giant Slayers, maybe they got on me. Yeah, but they're not going to be able to do too much work. The Grudge Throwers were all focusing them down, and they took a ton of damage trying to get there. These Squig Hoppers are doing good work, though. They're taking out the back line pretty solidly. You can see the Doom Divers, Doom Diving, doing good work against the back line here. So just making sure that they're always taking damage, getting rid of their ammo counts. And you can see he's kind of fourth path his long beads here into my Golem Archers. I don't really notice that because the flag's still over here. But I will notice it eventually and pull them away, pull these guys in, try to support here. You can see the Crimson Killers coming in here against these miners are really going to be no match for them. You brought in the Giant Slayers too, which I don't think is a great idea. I guess they do have armor piercing, but they don't have a lot of ammo, not great melee defense, so, you know, 56 melee attack right now for these Crimson Killers is going to be able to rip through them pretty fast, especially with their splash damage. These goblins are actually doing some pretty good work against these miners, and going to bring Wurzag in, tip the scales, and then we should bring in these goblins to support. He is going to bring in the Giant Slayers on Wurzag. I don't want any of that, so I'm going to path through my own guys to get away. His backline is coming back online a little bit, but they've been so busy back here, they haven't really been able to provide any support to the front line, which has been a huge problem. I think there's so much going on the front line right now, he's kind of forgot about them for the time being, or maybe he's just shooting these Blackworks. No, the Blackworks are just slowly going there. He's moving them now, though, to attack. You see these Giant Slayers, not really where they want to be. I mean, they'll do fine here. They got better stats, but these guys will definitely plank them down since they have no armor. And they're just not getting a great trade on that side of things. The Ruin Lord, or the Ruinsmith, is starting to flee. I'm going to punt him back into the Crimson Killers, where he does not want to be. So, pretty good stuff. And Thorgrim Grudgebear, though, he's been wrecking those goblins. You're bringing the Orc Boys. See, his attacks actually do quite a bit of area of effect damage, so pretty good against big blobs of infantry. I never really noticed that with him. But he's doing great work for sure. These Black Orcs, they really want to get some crumping done, but I don't know if it's going to happen for them. Probably should have brought them into so just support the front line. And these Giant Slayers, you know, Crimson Killers with Wygon, it's going to be pretty hard for them to hold on. Brought in some Orc Boys and Wurzag to try to take care of Thorgrim over here. I figured the boys kind of mess up his pathing, but Wurzag is going to take some damage in this fight, more than I'd like him to, for sure. But Balance Power, pretty in my favor. Doomdire's just non-stop. You know, taking out that back line, they do great work. I'm really really happy they gave those guys AP again, because they're one of the funner units of the Greenskins to use. Going to bring in the Crimson Killers against Thorgrim over here, who's probably not going to be able to deal with all of that. Well, he is fighting valiantly. Got 104 kills, which is just pretty good. Most of that, I think, almost all of that, just for melee. So, but the tide is going to turn. And he's going to lose to army loss there. But it was for sure a long game, you know, 10-minute game. Take a look at the end screen here. So Denario, that was you know, quite close. I enjoyed that quite a bit. You could see Crimson Killers did a good work once they got in there. They got, I think, 40 around those kills were of hammers, so definitely good value there. One Squig Hopper got wrecked by the Giant Slayers, who did pretty good at 87. But the other ones were able to run around and take care of a lot of cannons. This Doom Divert was taken out by the Grudge Throwers, but this one got 98 kills. And experienced Chevron, so it did quite well, mostly targeting the back line. These Black Orcs just got wrecked, and once again, these Goblins did quite well. So whenever I bring one group of Goblins in my army, they always seem to somehow do really well, even though I mean them to be just kind of a meat shield and to get wrecked. But good on those guys. You can see on my opponent's side, Thorgrim was bringing the Thors, whatever that means, and the Longbeards are doing pretty good. But he couldn't keep his backline safe enough, and I don't think he was able to use the blasting charges to very good effect. But still quite a close battle. Denario, I hope we can meet each other on the ladder again, and you guys have yourself a good whatever you guys have later.